You all probably know about that tense Halloween week of 1999 when the entire country was gripped by Y2K paranoia. But for four high school friends in the small town of Ashburn, Pennsylvania, that night never ended. On October 29th, 1999, Leo, Maya, Chris, and Jasmine drove their blue Dodge Ram van deep into the woods to shoot a documentary. They never came back when the FBI finally discovered their van in the remote mountains 25 years later in 2024. The investigation team was confronted with an impossible truth. The engine was still warm, Nirvana was still playing in the cassette deck, and the newspaper on the seat was dated October 29th, 1999. Crisp as if it had been printed that morning. We were told Y2K was just a computer bug, but the truth was far more terrifying. This wasn't a kidnapping or a standard missing persons case. It was a primordial fracture in time, a time knot where our known reality permanently shattered. The Friday Night Drive, October 1999, marked the beginning of a dark, mysterious era for Ashburn. The country was in a bizarre frenzy. The political unrest of the late Clinton era mixed with the looming Millennium Bug panic stretching from California to New York. People were terrified that at the very first second of the year 2000, the grid would collapse, banks would go bankrupt, and nuclear missiles would launch on their own. Amidst this anxiety, the four friends set out in a 9i4 Dodge Ram with an old Panasonic PV DV910 digital video camera. Their goal, to shoot a documentary on the abandoned Blackwood Satellite Station, hidden in the Pennsylvania hills, a site surrounded by local Cold War rumors. Their journey started down Main Street, lined with Halloween jack-o'-lanterns and falling oak leaves. The atmosphere in the van was pure 90s. The soundtrack, Led Zeppelin blasting from the CD player. The snacks, the heavy scent of Cool Ranch Doritos and Mountain Dew. The anomalies. As they reached town limits, Chris noticed the neon sign of the local Blockbuster Video flickering wildly like a weak TV signal. Filming out the window, Leo captured unmanned payphones ringing in unison. As they hit the desolate highway, their pagers began beeping frantically, displaying not phone numbers, but a looping, impossible code 999 L-O-0-0. The glitch at Blackwood Station. By 10 p.m., Ashburn's infamous dense fog rolled in, reaching the rusting satellite tower. The environment shifted into a dead, silent vacuum. When Leo zoomed in with his camera lens, the concrete walls didn't look like cement anymore. They looked like millions of cascading data streams. Jasmine pulled out her brand new Nokia 3210. The network bars were jumping erratically, and the digital clock was ticking backward. Suddenly, a mechanical, agonizing sound echoed from inside the tower, as if the entire world was grinding against a massive hard drive. At exactly 11:59 p.m., they reached the roof and witnessed the impossible. The lights of the small Pennsylvanian towns on the horizon weren't glowing. They were jittering like digital glitches. The sky violently snapped to black and white like a broken television screen. Maya screamed that she couldn't feel her own body. On the camera footage, the colors of Chris's classic J&CO jeans and Jasmine's flannel shirt literally pixelated and dissolved into the air. They realized then Y2K wasn't a software bug. It was a tear in the timeline of the universe, preventing 1999 from crossing over into 2000. Time was forcefully refreshing itself right at midnight. The familiar sounds of America, car horns, radio broadcasts, high school basketball cheers, compressed into one deafening blast of white noise. In the final frame, before Leo dropped the camera, the entire town appeared to minimize like a computer window, vanishing completely. The FBI discovery. When the FBI's Special Investigative Unit searched the frozen Blackwood Mountains in 2024, they found no trace of a tower. They only found the burnt Panasonic camera and the blue Dodge Ram van. What they witnessed defied modern science. The van. The engine oil was slightly warm, as if parked moments ago. Maya's 9-inch Nails CD was still spinning in the back seat, though no sound came out. The anomaly, carbon dating on the van's exterior metal, indicated it was thousands of years old, despite maintaining its glossy 1999 showroom shine. The footage. When supercomputers finally decoded the corrupted camera data, it revealed the faint silhouettes of the four friends. They weren't looking at the lens begging for help. They looked totally mesmerized, as if they had witnessed an absolute truth of the universe, beyond human comprehension. The endless Friday night. Ashburn never truly recovered. When the sun rose on the new millennium, the town sank into a strange melancholy. For decades, the families kept candles lit, but October 29th, 1999, became a permanently deleted chapter of their lives. Even today, old-timers and local diners whisper about the glitch. According to local urban legends, if you turn the dial of an old analog radio at midnight, beneath the static, you can still hear Leo's voice from behind the camera endlessly repeating, "Are we there yet?" The FBI's final report classified the event as a Spatio-Temporal Anomaly and sealed it top secret. But tucked inside that file is a single scrap of paper the final page of Jasmine's diary, found on the van's dashboard. In shaky handwriting, it reads, "Time isn't a flowing river that you can't swim back up. Time is a massive mirror that shattered tonight. We are just reflections trapped in thousands of broken shards of glass, living the exact same night over and over again, every single second. Those 4 kids from Ashburn never saw the morning of the year 2000. They are still trapped inside the glitch, standing on the roof of a rusted satellite tower beneath the sky, frozen in perpetual purple. They have dissolved into American folklore, the ghosts of a Friday night that was permanently deleted from the calendar of the universe."